Hi everybody, this is Craig Tanner for The Mindful Eye and the photo of the week on the Daily Critique. In case you didn't see our news post this week about the photo of the week, it's changing to become more integrated with a couple of other features on our site. We're going to start featuring some of your inspiration image showcase submissions on the photo of the week. We'll pick a single image that we like and sort of feature that and then show the rest of your portfolio and the remainder of the video. We're also going to start working with your submissions for the assignment feature of our community, and we're going to pick a best of that's submitted for a given assignment, pick some runner-ups, and showcase your assignment images on the photo of the week. We want to continue to have you to submit single images for the photo of the week because we will continue to have some videos that do just showcase a standalone image, but 2 or 3 times a month now we're going to be looking at multiple images and hopefully seeing more images will make this feature more inspiring. So let's get right into it here. We're going to be looking today at images that were submitted for our very first assignment called the movies, and this is the image that we chose as our favorite. It was submitted by Abby, who is a photographer from California. Pretty loose parameters this first time around on the assignment. People had a lot of fun with it. You're going to see the sort of rules for the assignments tightening up a little bit. The main thing we're really wanting to encourage with assignments is shooting new shots. This was very loose. People had a lot of fun, and essentially you could just be inspired by a movie title pretty much in any way that you wanted to. The movie here is Blue. Abby says he was at the Los Angeles Auto Show. This is a woman who was modeling for Lamborghini, and he took some sort of candid personal shots, and he said that as he started to look through the camera, he started to feel like this was a person who was kind of remembering or kind of trapped in their memories. He made a conscious decision to frame this in a way where we don't see the face. There's just a suggestion of the face. Abby says he shot this with a Canon 40D, 55 to 250 IS zoom at 250. So after the crop factor, very long telephoto shot, and Abby was shooting this wide open f5.6 at ISO 1000. One of the things I love about this image is very obvious, but it's very dramatic and has a big impact on me as the viewer is color. There's a real strong feeling of the power of color based on color opposites and a real powerful complementary pair, blue and orange. There's also just the simplicity of color. Color can overwhelm from a design standpoint. So essentially just having 2 dominant colors that are separated in a very dramatic way in the image, and then just the slightest hint of a third color, a little bit of green coming in, and then that color is contained in space shapes. Very, very powerful color design. Very beautiful unity in this image. It's interesting. You've sort of got 2 halves, so I love that design part. Where we have a rectangular image, but we're splitting it right down the middle. And it's interesting how instead of being static, this is really dynamic. I think one thing that's doing that is the color pairs. Very powerful in terms of creating a dynamic feeling in the image. The other thing is the way these 2 ideas connect. So in focus and out of focus, very dynamic. But then you have this unity bit for me where you have a really sort of beautiful negative space shape here in front of the mouth, negative space shape in front of the eye, and then all of this sort of connects right here in the middle of the face. I think the way this comes together represents unity and harmony, and there's a lot of beautiful repetition here. I really love this shape right here. It plays out in a lot of different places in the image. It's interesting because you don't see her eyes, but this is the archetypal shape of an eye. See that shape again there. You see it again here. Sort of a real powerful thing sets up right there. Lots of qualities of line that are repeating in the image. You know, I love sort of the simplicity that's being created by all the corners being dark. And one of the main things that I think makes this such a powerful image is Abby's conscious choice to frame this in a way where you don't see her face. I know for me personally what happens is there are several people that this makes me think of, and so I see their face and I think about them and I think about my memories associated with them, and so I ultimately end up having the same exact experience that Abby's sort of pushing for here in the picture, which is this idea of just sort of getting caught up in the past, not being present anymore, and sort of getting trapped in something in the past. And because of the mystery that gets transferred to me, as the viewer in the image. Really beautiful lighting here too. Just looking at the lighting that's coming across here, there's so much depth to just this part of the image. And then you get that in the background. Even though all this is out of focus, these things seem to be in different places spatially. Even back in here, there's a feeling of being able to move through into sort of this memory area, even going through sort of a torn fabric of it right in there. Stunning image on a lot of different levels. Really hard to choose for me between these two images as one to pick for the photo of the week. One of the things that I want to say about both of them, and just kind of pushing this point, is the idea of simplicity. They're both very pared down, very simple. This image, beautiful, stunning landscape shot, was submitted by Natalie. It's based on the movie The Mist. I love, here's sort of an understatement of color, but again, a simplicity of color. Yes, it's understated, but look at how color is contained. The green is over here, and then basically you go out into this monochrome with just some very, very subtle hints of maybe moving toward a cyan, or even in some places the slightest hint of a magenta, which is gorgeous because that plays off of the green, and you start to see this kind of magenta or maybe even an orange back in here. Stunning quality of light, very powerful conceptually, just like Abhi's shot. This idea of the pathway, of the bridge, the walking over, the no end and no beginning. You go in a direction and then you're just kind of misdirected, and then you're sort of faced with this mystery. And the other thing from a design standpoint is repetition. If somebody gave you this and they said, you're going to make a really beautiful image and this is going to be your top half, think about it like that, and think about what you would do in the bottom part that would make this pay off in such an amazing way. And again, I hate to keep talking about this sometimes because I probably sound like a broken record, but man, repetition to me is where it is at. This shape in the top is in this image, scaled in so many different ways that it's almost dizzying. It's down here a million different ways, it's over here, it's in here a million different ways. It's right in our face, right there, and then boom, here it is big at the end. Super awesome image with a really beautiful painterly feel. Very, very evocative. Another image from Natalie's just a lot of fun to me. Great colors, a great moment, great example of how, things don't have to be perfect technically. Natalie even mentioned this in the submission. She wished the focus was somewhere else, but I don't. I love this image just the way it is. This is based on Here Comes the Cat. We got to have a dog image if we have a cat image, but that's not the only reason I chose this image from Ara, based on the water dog. It's a stunning silhouette shot. Incredible moment with his dog Spirit. Really beautiful qualities of line, great gradient of color. This one is from Dan, based on Psycho. Love the green here. Love the cool quality of light coming from behind the curtain. Love the tilt of the camera. I love seeing this face come forward more and more and more as I look at the shower curtain. Really cool image from Mariah. Got this one right away. Right when I saw it, I saw the movie Wall-E, and I love the futuristic color treatment here. And another one from Mariah, really stunning low-key portrait based on the movie Hamlet. Really beautiful flower shot from Peter, based on the poppy is also a flower. Awesome sort of RGB color thing going on here. Really beautiful rhythms. I love the way the bokeh in the image, out of focus circles, rhymes these shapes. And I also love the fact this is it's sort of whimsical. It's not this sort of perfect flower shot. There's really sort of a cool energy to this of kind of order and then disorder that all works together. Two fun images back to back. Fun one based on Star Wars, The Return of the Jedi from Scott. Cool Photoshop work. Cool Photoshop work here from Wes. Really fun image that combines kind of a feeling of campiness with the way this has been treated, but then a real depth to this and the reflection, and also a real depth in the expression. And finishing out with this really stunning image. Last one was based on The Invisible Man, by the way, and this one's based on The Quills, submitted by Bronson. Really beautiful silhouette shot, gorgeous moment. Love the way positive and negative space shapes play here to create really stunning rhythms. That's gorgeous. I also love this feeling of out of focus, a texture and ideas back here that creates a really powerful mystery. Lots of beautiful images. Big thank you to Abhi for the photo of the week, and for everybody who participated in the movie assignment. And I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks a lot, everybody.